Christmas is coming, and makes you kind of start thinking about doing some shopping. And being a pretty, I guess, your average consumer shopper out there, I live in a large city in North America. There are a number of things that greatly concern me as a consumer, and more and more I'm becoming aware of these things. And I feel that if I don't take responsibility as a shopper, consumer, then who will? So I have to start with myself. Instead of throwing my hands in the air and saying there's nothing I can do, I have to start with myself. So I wanted to mention these 3 stories that were in the news this week. And the first one, I'm going to put all the links to these stories below. The first one is talks about the young children who are used in the mines of the Congo to mine the minerals that are needed for our cell phones, and the conditions in which these children work as slaves, receiving pennies. I mean, first of all, they work in the mines because they're extremely poor, and they're certainly not getting themselves out of poverty through this employment. The next story was about the fire in Bangladesh. I think it was about 4 or 5 days ago, in which 120 people at least burnt to death in the fire in a garment factory. Mostly women, doesn't matter, I mean, people. What a horrible way to die. It would be terrifying and excruciatingly painful, I would think, if you burn or suffocate. Anyway, the conditions, the working conditions for these men and women were horrific, and there was no fire escape for them, I believe, to get outside. There was no way for them to see. And this is so the money isn't put into the building so they can maximize their profits. The money certainly isn't put into the factory workers, slaves' pockets. So this is all that so that cheap goods, clothing, can be sold in European, North American markets. Okay. Third story was about, well, mostly it was the photo and story about down, so the feathers from a goose that's used to fill the coats. And it is warm, and I have down in my coat, and anyway, the story is about how the geese are plucked alive and left with open sores, which get dirty and infected. Why the fuck they're plucked alive, I don't know. I was not brave enough to read the story. I read a few lines, so I will do that. It's hard to face a lot of this stuff, and then, so I have a down jacket because it's warm. I don't know where it was made, so I will look. So I need to be more aware of where the clothing and electronics are made. When I buy something, I'm not going to throw my hands in the air and say there's nothing I can do. That's one small thing. Now, I know there's all sorts of arguments that you can say, oh, why bother? It doesn't stop it. Well, if we all do it, it will. Of course it will. There's no one to buy these things. It's going to stop it. Regardless, do you want to be a part of that? Of course, we need some items. I do have a warm sweater and scarf on, which I need. I no longer buy more than I need. I don't buy more than I need. I do need warm clothes. I don't allow myself to buy more than I need. I don't want more than I need anymore. It was a burden. It was a burden. It's just bullshit. Pressure, fashion, nonsense. Um, you know, and the last news story I want to mention is the one about the billionaire who's got this incredibly brilliant idea to inhabit Mars in 14 years, you know. Like how misplaced, misguided is that? I'm not saying it's kind of not a cool idea, you know, possibly, you know, maybe in a few hundred years, I don't know. But not now. There's too much bullshit going on Earth. Why don't you focus down here? Well, the reason he doesn't want to focus down here is because it's not really fun and exciting to face all the nasty consequences. Like I said, I didn't want to read the story about the goose. I saw the picture and it was horrible. So we don't want to face the consequences and certainly the detail of these consequences, like one goose. Well, what? You know, I know there's all sorts of things you can say about that. But one of the reasons why I don't want to, or I have no need, I don't want or need to run away from this responsibility as much as I used to, nearly as much, is because of a course that I'm taking online, which is assisting me greatly to face myself. There's always the inner and the outer, right? I mean, if we're going to change the world, we have to change ourselves within, and we have to change the world, the greater, without. And so I'm taking a course which is helping me look at myself in absolute specificity and learning about how to do daily writing in order to change myself in a way that would be best for all and not just me and self-interest. And there is actually a free course being offered right now, like an introductory course to this one, and it's absolutely free. Again, the link will be in this blog. You are offered buddy support. So you're able to speak with someone, chat with them online or an email, ask questions. There's forum support. So it's an incredible opportunity. I really encourage you to research this. It is really eye-opening. It is really an understatement. It has really helped me let go of fear, and I think that it's kind of a relief to meet people that have common sense. I think that I was, before taking the course, I think I was starting to feel displaced. Perhaps I would have gone into depression, not really severely depressed, but sad. Sad about my life, boo-hoo, but about the world too, you know, and question it all, and wonder what the fuck was it for, you know. So we come here, we're selfish, and we die. I'm sorry, but that is what it is. Come here, selfish, and die. And I don't want to paint it rosier, and if that seems harsh, then watch the news, read the papers. And the sad thing is that you could say, well, I'm not selfish. Yeah, okay, but when you look out there, that's what you see, right? And we have to all stand up and take responsibility. I'm not suggesting me not buying some clothes from Bangladesh is going to change the world. I am suggesting that you have to start. You have to make a start. There is a start. Of course, we are doing much more than that. You don't have to be a victim of consumerism and Christmas bullshit. That's depressing itself, I think. We can get together for a family gathering and enjoy each other's company and share one gift. I understand that, and it's fun. I like that. So I've said enough. Please investigate Desteni, the DIP Light course.